not a fan of my look today. I feel like it makes my head look really big. I already have an alien head. Oh well, because I'm here and I'm ready and I'm in front of the camera, so this is the look you're getting today. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another zodiac video for you, of course. And today's video is going to be how the zodiac signs handle stress and stressful situations. I guess stress in general is the topic of discussion for this video. I'll touch on a few different things, obviously, as I always do. Before I get into the video, I do want to say if you guys like my zodiac merch and apparel that you've seen in some of my videos, for example, this phone case right here. I mean, it's not released yet. It says Aquarius, babe. But I got cute stuff like that. Phone cases, hats, mugs, crew necks, sweaters, t-shirts, necklaces, bracelets, pillows, tapestries, everything you can think of is on zodiachaven.com. But yeah, so today's video, as I mentioned, is how we handle stress. So I guess I'll touch on also like what might stress you out and what you can do to cope with it in a way. I don't know. I guess I didn't plan this video yet. I just know that I want to talk about stress. We're gonna start with Aquarius because I'm an Aquarius and I like to stress myself out. So Aquarius are people that typically have a lot of anxiety, and I feel like Aquarius tend to take a normal situation and turn it into a stressful situation. I don't know why. I'm guilty of it. A lot of people I know are guilty of it. We don't realize we're doing it. We like to think that we're like chill people, but we do get stressed out quite easily. I feel like our stress levels come from us overthinking things. Like, we take something so simple and we make 100,000 scenarios in our head, or meanings in our head, or outcomes in our head. You know what I mean? Like, we don't just take a situation for what it is. We like to figure it out more when really we shouldn't. We should just kind of look at it simply and that's it. Like, for example, it's something that I really struggle with. I tend to make things a lot more stressful than they need to be. I overthink and I question way too much. I think to be able to deal with stress better, we should really just, I mean, calm down, duh. But we should really try and take a second to think about it from a normal state of mind. You know what I mean? Like, take a second to just look at what the situation is, think about, okay, this is the situation, and take it as that. Like, just leave it at that. Take that moment to really breathe in and be like, okay, it is what it is. Like, you don't need to take 100 moments and be like, okay, this could mean this could mean that, this could happen if this happens, if this happens, if that happens, if maybe this could happen if that. Like, chill out. Like, just try and take things simply for what they are, and I feel like your life will probably get a little better or a little easier. Just take a chill pill, man. I'm kidding. No, it's not that easy. It's hard. Like, you just gotta train yourself. It's not something that you're gonna be able to do in one day. You're gonna have to train yourself a little bit, and it's also something that you could tell people around you to remind you of when you're doing it. Like, tell them, make sure that they're not just telling you like, relax, calm down. Like, make sure that they're telling you like, hey, you're doing it again. And once you take that moment to think about it, you'll be like, okay, I am. Let me relax and silence my thoughts. Maybe do like a 3-second meditation or something like that. Silence your thoughts a little bit. That will probably help. How we typically cope with stress is, yeah, like overthinking. Yeah, that's something that I would really strive to do, and I am striving to do. You just gotta make sure to have real people around you so they actually put you in check, because if you don't, it's gonna be a little harder because you're gonna have to be very self-aware. So maybe just write it down or something. Pisces also like to overthink, that's for sure, but they like to think of the dark side of things. Like, with Aquarius, at least, like, they think of every situation, but Pisces is just like the bad and the negative and the dark side, which sounds really weird because they're such a positive sign. But when it comes to things that they're overthinking, like, they can get very negative about it and very hard-headed sometimes too, which is surprising because they're not the most stubborn sign. Another thing, of course, is that Pisces like to deal with things emotionally. I think that if you're a Pisces, you should learn to take your emotions out of it and not think so much with your heart, but think with your head. Wow, I'm looking into the lens. This is different. Think more with your head than your heart. Think logically. Stop putting your emotions into everything, because that's going to make you feel things on a deeper level, and it's going to be harder to cope with things once your emotions are involved. I am someone that, if my emotions are involved, that's it. Like, logic is out the window, but I don't typically get to that point. Pisces honestly love to just get all emotional about shit, and it's like, hey, like, stop it, calm down. It's not that deep. it's not that deep. Take a step outside of your thoughts and look at it from an outside perspective and think, like, is it really so serious to be feeling all these emotions towards something? Like, try and learn how to deal with your stress in ways that don't upset you, but try and problem solve, and I think you will be able to deal with it better. Stop crying, man. Stop crying. Like, nobody wants to hear you cry, okay? Aries like to deal with stress irrationally, like completely irrationally. They like fly off the handles. They like to make up one thing in their head and just go with that from there. And it's never good. It's never good. Like, you can't really talk an Aries out of their irrational, stressful thinking. When it comes to stress with Aries, they don't really handle it well. They really like to just assume something and run with it and just stress themselves out over that one thing. And it's really bad. Like, for example, with an Aries, if an Aries thinks their man is cheating, they're like not even gonna do the research. They're just gonna assume they're cheating, stress themselves out over it, get annoyed, get angry, feel all this emotion over this one thing without even thinking it through, and then go to their man, cuss him out, throw glass at their head, and like find out they never cheated. And then be like, oh, like, shit, I'm sorry. Like, if they even say sorry. It's not good. It's not good. Aries like to assume, and Aries like to think that their assumptions are always correct. And this causes a lot of stress for them that is not necessary. And I feel like you guys need to just really, honestly, the theme of this whole video was take a moment to think. Like, take a moment to think. So far, that's what I'm saying to all of you guys. But I find that if you're an Aries, talk to people and listen to them. Like, when you have that assumption, like, ask a friend about it, figure out if you're being crazy, and what they tell you, they probably have your best interests at heart. I would really take it and understand it and think about it before reacting. Think before you react, but also like talk to people, because they're gonna level out your emotions and level out what you're thinking, and you'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Like, I have a friend that, like, when she gets a little crazy, I'll be like, yo, you're being crazy, like, you need to calm down, like, this is blank, blah 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 blah. And then she'll be like, okay, and she's Aries, and if you're watching this, you know who you are. Yeah, so like, just have that one friend or someone that can really talk some sense into you, because sometimes you need sense to be talked into you. Trust me, you do. Sorry if you can hear that noise. I'm playing with this package here. I'll stop. Taurus. I think Taurus like to be stressed. Honestly, I feel like Taurus look for stress in situations and then blame it on the other person to make themselves like less stressed and feel better. It's so weird. Taurus like are looking at a situation and they're like, like, how can I stress myself out? And then they find it and they're like, okay, now how can I manipulate the way that I stress myself out into being a way that somebody else stresses me out? And how can I relax myself by making this person feel bad for stressing me out? It's crazy. Like, they're the kind of people that will offer you something and then get worked up over the fact that you took them up on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, Taurus just get really stressed over nothing, and they're the kind of people that if they're like any inconvenience, they blame it on someone and will make a fight over it. And it's like, it could just be handled regularly, or it can literally just not be addressed and there would be no issue. Like, they could go to you and be like, I'm going to lend you $25. Like, take my $25. I want you to have it. Like, take it. And then if you don't pay them back in a day, like, they're getting like, this person never paid me back. Like, why haven't they given me back the $25? I know they get paid next week, and I knew that when I offered it to them, but like, I want my $25 now. Like, give me my $25 back right now. Like, you shouldn't have taken this money from me. You should be getting paid better. You should be working more hours. Like, why aren't you giving me my $25 back? Do you know what I mean? Like, they want to get stressed. And you guys probably think I'm hating on Taurus, but I actually like Taurus. Like, oddly enough, I like Taurus. But you guys like to be stressed. Like, if I'm in a stressful mood, if I'm in like a very weak mood where I feel like something will affect me, my energy's low, that something can affect me, I don't want to be around a Taurus, because they're going to stress me out. Like, straight up, they're going to stress me out, and that's not something I want to handle, and it's not something I want to deal with. So like, I can only be around Taurus in certain moods, because if not, my stress levels are gonna go up, because I feed off it, and they like to place their stress onto you, but they think they're not doing it. all Taurus I've ever come across think they're not doing it, and like that's just the stubbornness in the Taurus. So like Taurus, you guys gotta chill out. You guys gotta relax. You guys gotta really understand that sometimes things don't need to be addressed if it's a small little minor inconvenience or small thing. Sometimes you guys just gotta just let things go. Let things go, and don't put yourself in situations that are going to bother you later, because you know what you're getting yourself into. If you know you want to avoid something, then avoid it. Don't force yourself to do it and then get mad at it because you put yourself in that position. So acknowledge the fact that you get stressed easily and stop putting yourself in situations that you know will trigger that, because you're kind of doing it to yourself. So you just got to take a little chill pill, maybe some CBD oil, and relax. Okay, Gemini. Geminis, I feel like you guys like don't handle stress because you guys are so easygoing. Like, you guys are chill. I feel like you guys are just amazing at handling stress. I don't know how you do it. I wish you guys could give me some advice, because it's like nothing touches you. You guys walk around with a little armor on you that like is nothing touches you, you know? The thing I would say that gets you stressed out is like your anger problems obviously are derived from like stress. So maybe try and control your anger a bit. Like maybe learn how to manage your anger, because that's when you get stressed, I feel. I honestly feel as though Geminis don't typically get like flustered or like, you know, have that anxiety. I think if anything, if you're the type that does, it's because of your overthinking. I think that overthinking in an air sign is very, very common, and you guys probably have a lot of thoughts coming in and out of your mind like rapid fire, but you guys typically know how to manage those thoughts, I feel. And if you're the kind of Gemini that doesn't, then I would take the same advice that I gave for Aquarius personally. But I mean, Aquarius, you can go to the timestamp down below, and if you're Gemini, you relate to that, just go back. But I find that you guys are really good at dealing with stress, and like just keep it going, man. I'm pretty jealous. You guys are like untouchable, and I'm really jealous. Cancers, your stress tends to come from like your critical self. Your stress is, a lot of it is to do with like you getting upset over the fact that you're stressed. Like you'll be stressed and then you'll be like mad at yourself because you're stressed. And then also other things that people do will stress you out really easily because you're like super, super emotional. You will be feeling stress from a lot of relationships because you feel like you just give and like nobody gives back, and you're constantly feeling like you shouldn't be doing this but you are, and then you battle yourself in your own mind, and it's like a lot of stress. Oh my god, take a shot every time I say stress, please. Like you'll be wasted at the end of this video. You'll probably finish like 3 bottles. But yeah, I don't find that Cancers typically have anxiety. I find that Cancers are really level-headed people, other than when it comes to emotions. Your emotions rule a lot of your thoughts, and a lot of your emotions rule a lot of your thoughts, of course. That's like a known thing with Cancers, water signs in general. But I find that the best way to manage it is to get enough alone time and acknowledge that when you are ready to be out, you're out. That's, you know, enjoy the company, enjoy the time. Don't leave your house if you don't want to, because then you're going to be out and you're going to be stressed out and you're going to be upset and you're going to be emotional and you're going to be mad at yourself for being stressed and emotional. You're going to stress over that. So stop it and just know what you want and do what you want, as opposed to doing things for other people or just because you feel like you have to. Like if you want to stay home for a week straight, stay home for a week straight. You know what I mean? Like don't stay home and then leave the house because you feel like, oh, I have to leave the house, and then get stressed over it. Like acknowledge what you want and just do that. And I think you'll find that you're a lot happier and a lot less stressed. Leos, I find that a lot of your anxieties and stress come from wanting to do better at all times. And no, I'm not saying better than everybody else, but I mean, yeah, but like what I'm trying to say is you constantly want better for yourself. Like you're in constant competition with yourself and you just always want to excel. And a lot of Leos are workaholics, a lot of Leos are overachievers, you know, it's just in your nature. And sometimes you just got to really give yourself that credit and acknowledge how good you're doing and relax, because you're on a constant hamster wheel of just wanting to get things done and do better and be better and succeed, which is amazing. And I always say I admire your drive, but it's also like you got to give yourself that mental break, otherwise you're going to explode and you're going to have a mental breakdown and you're going to go crazy, because no one needs that kind of stress in their mind that much. So you guys need to just slow down sometimes. Just slow down, give yourself a break, enjoy life, and just let go, because you're in constant competition with yourself and with other people. I mean, like, it's a thing. I'm sorry, I know you guys think I'm always shitting on Leos, but it is a thing, and you guys just gotta kind of let things be. Like, you guys just gotta relax, and sometimes you can just be the quiet person and enjoy some solitude, enjoy not being the center of attention, and just relax. Because when you have leisure time and you're still trying to be better than people, that's not you allowing yourself to relax. That's you, you know, still putting on that persona and putting on that constant overachiever energy. I don't know. And sometimes you just gotta chill. Like, just slow down, okay? Just slow down. Virgos, you guys are able to, like, step outside the situation and figure out when it's worth it. Virgos are really good at that. Virgos are good at diffusing stressful situations that have to do with others, and you're also good at just not letting it get stressful, because shit doesn't touch you. You guys are untouchable. I don't know how you do it. Libra, you guys are just warriors. Like, not warriors. Not warriors with an A, warriors. You guys like to worry. You guys are one of the most stressful signs I've ever come across. I can't, like, I'm so sorry. You guys are like, whoa, where did this all come from, Ashley? Like, Libras are stress. And as easygoing and as fun and lovable as you guys are, you guys stress me out. If I'm in a stressful situation, the last person I want to be around me is a Libra. They ask too many questions. They get too stressed out. They unleash their stress onto you. They make the situation worse by just putting all this energy, like all this stressful energy. Like, you guys overthink to the extreme. So you think of every possible outcome of every situation. Like, I could be going on a roller coaster with a Libra, and the whole time you're talking about how this could happen, that could break down, like someone could fall off, it could stop midair. Like, you guys are stressful, and you guys are so open, and you speak so openly that whatever's on your mind, you speak it. Sometimes you just gotta shut up and you gotta deal with that in your head, because it's too much. And when you give the stress to others, they're gonna feed off you, you're gonna feed off them, and the stress levels are just gonna rise, and it's gonna turn into a volcano of stress, and it's gonna explode, and like everyone's gonna be stressed. So you guys gotta calm down, you guys gotta battle that in your mind, or let your friend know, like, hey, I'm feeling a little stressed, can you calm me down? You don't need to talk about why you're stressed, you don't need to talk about this, that, and the third could happen, because then everybody's gonna get stressed. You guys gotta calm down, okay? Because you guys are stress balls. You guys are stress balls, and it drives me crazy. I can't deal with it. Oh my god, like, Libras are so stressful. I can't, like, I'm so sorry. You guys just need to really be more self-aware and understand why you come up with all these irrational outcomes, and acknowledge that they are irrational and figure out a way to cope with that mentally, rather than by spilling it all out into someone else, because you guys, just too much. Okay, relax. Scorpios, you guys just, like, shut down. You guys get all quiet. You don't want to tell people what you're thinking, which is good, because, like, nobody really knows when you're stressed, because you guys are just really private. You guys are so private, nobody really knows. Like, I find that Scorpios deal with stress so internally that they just explode on other people for little things when they don't know what they're doing. Like, if you find that a Scorpio is randomly getting really snappy with you, snippy with you, and they just spaz out on you for no reason, and it's happening more than usual, they're probably dealing with some internal stress that they haven't communicated with you. And as a friend to a Scorpio, you could try and talk to them, but they probably won't talk to you. As a Scorpio, I think that it's better to just kind of communicate what you're feeling sometimes, rather than just getting snippy with everyone and kind of ruining some relationships because of it. I had a Scorpio friend that was constantly stressed out. She had a lot of stuff going on at home, a lot of issues in her life. As much as I wanted to help her, I couldn't, and it wasn't fair because she treated me like garbage sometimes. But I mean, she was dealing with everything on her own, so I can understand how that happened, but also you can't deal with everything on your own. Especially when you have good people in your life, you really should not take them for granted, and that's what they're there for, you know? So, yeah. Sagittarius, you guys are quite quiet with your emotions as well. Stress. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. You guys tend to overeat. maybe not overeat, but you guys tend to indulge. You indulge in whatever it may be. Spending money, going out a lot, eating, overeating, dyeing your hair 6 times, you know? You guys like to just indulge in things, and sometimes it can get a bit too excessive. You should be more mindful of that if that's something that you possess. Definitely try and control that if you can. Sagittarius like to run from problems. You guys like to run from anything that makes you feel stressful and hide from it and not deal or cope with it, which is not good at all. It's very toxic to yourself. You don't like to talk about it. I think you should. I think you should, because once you have that release of all the thoughts that you've had in your mind for the past however long, I think you'll find that you feel a lot lighter and better, and you won't need to indulge as much. If you are the type of Sagittarius that likes to do that, then be more mindful of it and take it down a notch, because it's unhealthy for the most part. It all depends on what you're indulging in, but you know. I feel like you guys have like addictive personalities, and it's not good. So try and communicate more when you're feeling stressed, or find a hobby. Like, if you know that you indulge, find a hobby. Like, do you like to go to the gym? Okay, work out a lot. Like, do you like to cook? Okay, cook at home a lot. You know, like, use your hobby and use that as something to indulge in, and maybe it will be better and healthier for you. Lastly, we have the Capricorn. Capricorns, when they're stressed, they tend to treat people poorly. I'm sorry, it happens. You guys need to stop letting how you're feeling and what's affecting you affect the people around you. You guys like to blame little things on people around you when you're unhappy in life. Like, if you're unhappy, everyone around you is unhappy, and that's not your intent. You don't want people you love to be unhappy, but it just happens because you don't really know how to cope with certain things. So it's hard, and it's something that you can work on. But just, if you find that you are this type of person, you should really, really, really try and fix that about yourself, because it's not good for the people around you. Capricorns under stress, I feel like a good way to cope with it is to make some money, honey. You guys love money. Make some money. Go to work. Start a business, you know. That's very generic, you know. But another way is to like free your thoughts. So go for a drive. Meditate, go for a bike ride, go for a walk. Like, give yourself that time to think, because if you're just at home, you're not going to be thinking. Like, you're going to probably lie in bed and like want to do something. You're bored, you go on your phone, scroll through social media. Like, put your phone down, leave it at home, go for a little walk, you know, and give yourself time to think and rationalize everything, and just give that gratitude to the universe. It depends on who you are. That might sound crazy, or that might make perfect sense to you, but just really take a moment to think. I highly recommend meditation for Capricorns. I think that's really good for you guys. Yeah, my camera space is running out, so I gotta cut this off, but I mean, we made it to the end, so I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The Amateur Guru is my Instagram, so if you want to see what I'm up to when I'm not on YouTube, check me out over there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not, welcome back. Thumbs it up, comment, all that fucking... I'm sorry, I'm so annoying. I'm such a YouTuber. Like, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment. I hate myself sometimes, but you just gotta do what you gotta do when you're on YouTube. Okay? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.